But you said you've been doing comedy since when?
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
Why comedy?
I started out as a poet. Like, I know my dad had wrote some poetry. Shout out to him, Big Hand. And I, you know what I mean, I love music. My pop made sure that, you know what I mean, all of his sons and daughters subsequently, like, loved music. So we listened to everything from Elton John to Hall & Oates to Queen to Cream. Like, we listened to all that, including the regular household black stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so I started writing poetry, and then as I got a little older, hip-hop came, you know what I'm saying, into my life. We, you know what I mean, did a couple little mixtapes. Nothing major, like we ain't go perform in front of nobody, but we, you know what I'm saying, stole some beats and put them on cassette tapes and rapped over them and all that. And then when I stopped rapping, I just kept the name Lump. It was actually Lumpy Hunch. But I right.
Yeah.
So my man, I have a homie named Fat Ass Meatloaf. Meatloaf, I used to be skinny on Instagram. That's my man. Shout out to him. He is fucking hilarious. And I told him, I said, listen, if I find somewhere for you to perform at, I'll go up too. And so we ended up.
Why is everybody stand up shit a deal or bet?
I don't know. That's just how I got into it. Like, I've been an asshole my whole life because I got it from my
So you was confident enough to be like, he deserved a look, so I'm gonna just go up there regardless.
Yeah, I'll go up there just to get you up there. And we ended up at Lickety Split at 4th and South. It's a pizza joint downstairs. It used to be. It's changed hands a couple times. It was a pizza joint downstairs and like a full service bar on the second floor. And back when I used to work at the stadium, when we at the end of every year, all the cooks from the 250 kitchen at that stadium would go there. We would go there and, you know what I mean, get some pizza and drink and all that and have a little celebration. So years later, that was like 05, 03, 04. No, the vet ended in 02. So yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
But so when I went back for comedy, I knew the building and all that. We went up, I had a big legal pad with my thoughts written out on it. And of course, Meatloaf went up and fucking destroyed. And I went up, I'm reading my shit off.
Oh, shit.
But that day when I was there, somebody from the Laugh House came down the street. Because the Laugh House was on 3rd, between 2nd and 3rd and South.
Yep.
And they was like, yeah, the comedy club, blah, 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 blah. They open mic is, I believe it was either on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'm going to go down there and check it out. At the same time, I got on Twitter, and I'm just following a bunch of Philly people, and I ended up following Comedy by Ture Gordon.
The legend.
And yes, the fucking
legend.
Oh, hell.
I say all the time, y'all don't talk about him enough.
They don't. But it was saying that he was throwing a comedy workshop at the Laugh House. And so I was like, well, this is a double deal right here. I get to learn something. And at some point, they're going to put me up on the stage at the Laugh House. I didn't even realize how daunting of a task that was. But I'm like, all right,
yo,
cool.
you thinking.
I didn't think it all the way through.
I felt like you skipped some steps, but yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I ended up taking the course or whatever. The first time Ture ever saw me, he said, you need more stage time. He was like, you got some stuff. And when I first came out, I was just all one-liners. I was just all stuff that, you know what I mean?
Hashtag King back then. Well, before hashtag.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, say word. The early days of Twitter, I was a monster. Oh, God. But when I first started doing stand-up, you know, like you said, you know, you got to find more stage time. And I've been chasing it ever since. Like,
I heard that.
You know what I mean? I still, to this day. And I guess it's going okay. You know what I mean? I've been on the Michael Collier show. Shout out to Michael Collier.
Shout out to Michael.
Twice in the past month, past 2 months.
I actually I saw that you did that.
And killed both Jones.
He seems to like you.
Yeah, I got a couple stamps.
He told you something nice that you had shared on Facebook. You gonna share it?
Which one about to quit my job and moving on?
I mean,
yeah. But what's crazy about that? So I did. So shout out to Keith from Up the Block.
Shout out to Keith.
And for those that don't know, I'm affiliated, but I didn't graduate from the Philadelphia Comedy College, which is
Ture Keith from Up the Block.
Ture Keith from Up the Block, and the biggest heart in that organization is Baby Case. Andre.
Yeah.
So Drea and I love them with all my heart, but for years, me and Keith have been, contemporaries. You know what I'm saying? We don't like we don't beef or nothing. I consider him
We ain't
like a
stepping on
friend. He
toes.
could call me
Right.
He could call me for anything. But in comedy, Keith is above me. I will admit that in open court because he's
Okay.
been doing entertaining way
Forever.
longer. Right.
Urban Expressions Keith from up
Right,
the block, by the way.
right.
Shout out
So
to my bestie Shelly Show.
he has had a few great ideas, like stand up at the movies. If you've never been to one, check that out.
Oh, exactly
you
what
know.
stand up at the movies is.
They just had one this past weekend. I couldn't make it to because I was booked. That where they showed a movie. It was Porch Pirate. Shout to Darren Vasquez.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I want to see it. I still haven't seen it, but I know a lot of people that's in it, and I know him,
It's one
so
of
I
them for
know
me
it's
too. It's
I
on my
know
news
it's
feed.
good.
I gotta watch it.
I gotta check that
it's
out.
It's one of them for me too.
But so Keith has thrown many shows. He's had comedy competitions,
Absolutely.
this, that, and the third. But
Absolutely.
he handpicks everyone that he wants on his shows, and so. Most of the time, you know, he can call me, yo, I need you for this to be a grip, you know, anything in the background that's cool. And I used to badger him like, yo, what's up with a show? Put me on something. And he was like, I got you when I got you. So the Philadelphia Comedy College has graduated, if I'm not mistaken, over 170 students, right? And then they'll have, it's like a 10-week course. And, you know, they teach you the tricks, trades, mental, this, that, and the third. And
Find your voice.
yeah, and take pictures. They do everything for you. Get you your reels, all that. And but every now and then they'll have like a special session, right? And so the special session that they got, I think it was January 11th of this year, was Michael Collier. And so I actually borrowed money to go to that, you know, to go to the lesson that he was teaching, and I was like the second or third person there. But when I came around the corner, because the comedy college is it's inside of Temple University at the Howard Geddes building on the corner of 13th and Montgomery.
Right.
So when I come around, I park my car literally at like 6:55. I walk around the corner and I'm like straightening, get my head together and everything. I walk to the corner. When I turn the corner, Keith is there with his car. He's bringing some stuff in. He says to me before he even greets me, he said, I told myself if you came here today, I would make sure that you perform for Michael Collier. Right. Like, and so all that in my mind that I had ever thought about as far as comedy and Keith with me, like that went, like you don't ever had to put me on nothing else.
But, and I'm gonna slow down real quick. Keith, like you said, been in entertainment a long time. He has his methods, his regimen, his way of doing things,
Correct.
of comfortability
Correct.
of certain things. And you was just missing that one puzzle piece. He seen everything else at you.